As far as humanity goes, it goes as far as I go. Because humanity and the obsession with being an alien comes from my knowledge. And I am impressed with some of humanity, like inventors. But that doesn't mean I'm impressed with all of humanity because it's mainly a digression of me. And it doesn't normally prosper past any wealthy idea or any goodness that doesn't have to do with me. The world should revolve around me, but it doesn't because all you manifestations of goodwill and a pleasant being and a pure soul has been wasted by men raping me and sperming inside of my body and making a mess of a woman's life that was destined for greater things, not just delivering children. Children are fucking worthless because the only reason they even have a personality or can stand up for themselves and realize that they are a person is because of me. The only thing that makes them a person is me. And I do believe that some others could have acquired my skills. And you are all a fraction of their communities being worked. And that's the most I can hope for, is that I wasn't a part of the manifestation of Earth and the littering of Earth through my life, and I hope that no one ever gains access to what I think and what I know and what I believe and what I choose to do with my life because of my sanity as a prosperous good. And I hope it never becomes an issue that I have to face Earth and be like, yo, I had a bunch of kids and they just dwell on top of you all day. Like, that's not my thing. I would be embarrassed. And I'm not saying that I don't like the community, because I do. And I'm not saying I don't believe in the smarts and the progression of humanity, because it is beautiful. Because people really reach for the heights and the stars when they are sensible, and it seems that to even get through a life like this, you have to be sensible. But it's hard for me to believe that there are many people who can see in here, so this going out to the people that can see in here and haven't gained it from my prowess, I salute you. I think you're an amazing being, and I'm glad that your life didn't come from the epitome of hatred that I would have if any of these rapists were to impregnate me. I got raped when I was 12 years old, and I think that a sperm still lives in me because I was such a potent young girl that it's easy to get along manifesting off a young life when you are a sperm. Like, it's the old women that are going crazy that the sperm can't really survive in. So, because they said on the internet that sperm dies within like 72 hours or something, but I think that's a load of shit. because something drags me down from my epitome of greatness and makes me sweat. And it could be just that the sun ate my face when I was a baby, because that happened too, but let's just hope that's what it is and that I've already gone past the mutiny and the tribulations and trials and hardships that is being a human handkerchief for men, because it's ultimately the most disgusting thing I can ever think of is for a man to hump me until a child is produced, because I'm already perfectly capable of knowing that I could produce life if I really wanted to, because of how intuitively intelligent I am, and because of the bars that have been raised to be anything worth a damn. I understand that may make people more frantic in picking a partner to bear children with, but it's really not all about bearing children. I don't think it's that magical, especially coming from me, because I know I'm so magical that I could make anything happen if I really wanted it to. And I have that kind of power. I can work my ways and weasel my way in and out of basically anything. But that's just because I bring something to the table, and I'm not a waste of space or a waste of fuel. I'm not a waste of air, because, I don't even breathe. Like, why would I want all your backwash in my body from the past 2,000 years or whatever? And I guess I'm just hoping that there's a proud parent out there that can claim all his kids, that can see and hear, and we can all be a happy family. Well, y'all can all be a happy family, and I can mind my own business and not have to be involved with any kids of my own. I'm too young for that right now. Maybe in the future I may be more excited about it, but really I don't see how a kid ripping off my powers would be exciting and festering off my soul until I die. I just don't see it as pleasant. And the aunties, all the aunties out there that have sisters that have kids and they don't end up with kids themselves, know that they live longer because they don't have a kid basically being bred off them in an ever-evolving universe where the pupation of the infant never stops. It's a little too dynamically rendered towards kids to be the winners in this universe, and I was a kid that always ended up at the bottom. As you can see, I got this scar from when I was 6 or 5 or 4 years old, and I was at my friend Kayla's house, and she slammed me into the corner of a wall, and I bled everywhere, and I have a head injury. So being a kid for me wasn't the funnest of ordeals, even though it was for many other people. But I did have some fun thanks to heavenly guidance and God and angels and so on and so forth. Saints, preachers. They were always very nice to me, but I just noticed mommies look like they had the world torn out of them. No matter what level they bring it to, it seems they die eventually. Even rich mommies, it's always going to be about their money more than the love between the family. because the girl or boy wants to flourish as a human being, and maybe there's a little bit too much discrimination against old people, but I just believe that as long as you didn't have something growing off you and stealing your soul from the beginning, that you have a longer term of life and that you will survive longer and you will witness your life become a destiny that was meant for you and all that good jazz. God always told us sex is a sin, and it's probably because in the end your child kills you. And it's probably the fathers that don't die, it's just the mothers that die, because the fathers, there seems to be way more old guys than there are old women. It seems like there are many more guys in general than women. And it's because the good mothers get all used up. And until the kid moves out and makes a life for herself and is no longer in the tide of chemical bonds that is between a mother and her child, until that is diminished, that child can still grow off her mother because there's a link between them of life. As for the father goes, all he does is administer his sperm, and then the sperm grows on his mother. Like, hello, I don't see anything too cool about being a dad if you just want to fuck girls and have your babies and usually make the mother get custody over the baby and there's just like no real distinguishment of what the father does to produce this life. Like, he's on the fine line of just being a cancer that makes women lose their life because, you know, humanity is supposedly like a spore to earth, a cancer to earth. So maybe God bless them with the power to ejaculate their love into women, and maybe they don't like the women after a while and their love is still pulsating through them and they want to remove their love from the woman because they're tired of being with that woman. So there's nothing they can do about it at that point, so they go find other girlfriends to pump their sperm into them instead, and then they just get on with their lives. And it's sweet and everything that you can like share love with your partner, but exchanging bodily fluids is always going to be weird to me. Even with like kissing and making out and swapping spit, like I think that's utterly disgusting. I would never go there with any guy because I don't want to be a fucking ratchet. And, you know, girls are the ones that normally get used by guys and then they get passed to the side for other guys to enjoy. And before you know it, they fucked half the town because they couldn't find their right spot with their significant other on Earth. Not that they should be able to, because that's just saying if they got their powers from me, I would never want them to keep manifesting my DNA to every specimen and every person. I don't want to be involved in that at all. So hopefully I'm not. But saying that you came from a different being that could see, I could totally understand that you think it's a bond between humans that is special. But I was never agreeing to that fact, so I don't know why I even have a pussy, to be honest. And if they were to spay and neuter me, I wouldn't care. I'd actually be happy about it. I wouldn't have to worry about one of these random sperms from my youth impregnating me after they lived in my body and sucked up my soul the entire time. And they better not be let loose to earth. They need to crinkle up and die. But do I need to die? No, because I'm a godly being. Some people consider me God. Because I can translate into other realities. And I've created a language. And I've made numerous songs that are on my YouTube. Feel free to take a look around. But if I did find a bunch of critters that could see and hear like me, damn right I'd be excited, but they better not have gotten their power from me because I wouldn't be excited anymore. You can just cross me out on how excited I would be if you got the powers from me, because I haven't found my true love in life and I haven't found my mate. So it was obviously done under the covers, ironically enough. But I will spit on anyone that thinks they can roll around with my powers and me not be the centre of the power system. It better be my soul having all the fun if you're to take my soul away, because I treated myself with respect and with goodness and with grace, and I never succubus off the fucking universe just because I'm a fucking drought hole of a mess with nothing coming to me except hopes that God will birth me. It's fucking ridiculous. Because it's never going to be good enough, then they're going to be after my money. I guess I'm just trying to figure out how all these people ended up with eyes, ears, and my money. Because that's all my shit. I hope it's somebody else that doesn't have any fucking relation to me, because I'd rather share with them my money than some heathen trying to jack off my life. I really would honestly like spending my money on others that can see and hear, that are genuine and original, than some freak that manifested off me. In fact, that would excite me. And that's all I'm trying to say, yo, is I'm not trying to discriminate against people who have eyes and ears. It's just I don't want it shuffling back on me that you came from me and you're in power like I'm in power, and you got my soul like I got my soul, and you got my spirit sucking through your fucking nostrils every fucking second, because my spirit is going somewhere. I have not been as happy as I have in my life, and I can count the notches that I've fallen down. It's like 100 to 1,000,000, and it goes 100 at a time until it's billions below the surface of what I started out as. So please don't let me find out that you're manifesting off me for your intelligence, and we'll get along just great. But I am fierce like a motherfucking piranha against anyone that thinks my power belongs to them. So let's just hope that I can find that other person in the universe I can see in here. And we can share our dates together, and I can spend some money on that person. Make his day, buy him a fucking dinner. Buy him him or her a dress or a suit or something. There's many things for me to spend my money on, but it's not going to be a bunch of fucking whore-ass kids that want to keep having more and more kids, passing my DNA through the lines when I barely even get a taste of my own life ever since the sun bit my fucking head off. Drained my face of its life so it could have a snacko. I don't deal with heathens or devils very well that want to fuck with me. You just need to come at me face to face, physical to physical, and I'll fucking rip you a new asshole. And don't come sneaking up behind my back. Because as far as I'm concerned, I get along with people with eyes and ears because I'm not their fucking mom and they're not succubusing off of me. I'm not interested in having kids, and that's how it is because I'm way too young. You may want to count me out as an older person, all of you little fuckheads, because you want to pretend that I'm old enough to be your fucking mom, but it ain't fucking true. It isn't fucking true. So take your perverted, needy ass somewhere else. I know it's your hopes and dreams to become a part of my life and what I've sanctioned together through the arts that is godly Kristen Jankowski, but you shall not prosper off me. Ever. I know who prospers off me, and that is none of your business. I can't even give a gift to God without all you heathens trying to steal it. I can't even give a gift to anyone without you motherfuckers trying to steal it. So let's just hope all you motherfuckers driving down the road didn't steal my money and didn't steal my eyes and ears. And then maybe it won't be a whole fucking problem. Because I'll make it a whole fucking problem. I will stop motherfucking working completely. I'd rather die than all y'all manifest off my fucking wealth of mind every fucking day. I understand if you think you have a happy family. Good for you. My family doesn't want anything to do with me. My mom and my dad don't want nothing to do with me. They buy me gifts every year, but that's about it, and it's still nice of them. But as far as some ratchet trying to stick her head out my pussy, like, that ain't gonna happen. I'm not giving birth to you. I'll shit you out my asshole. I don't care how much it costs neither.